Hey, everybody. Steve here. So, as of this recording, next Friday, Fantastic Four First Steps comes out. That is the first movie of the Phase 6 of the MCU. So, in honor, I guess honor, in honor of that movie coming out, I thought it would be a good idea to look back at Phase 5 and the movies they put out. I got this idea. I was scrolling through the interwebs, and MSN had a post where they ranked the Phase 5 movies. And their ranking is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Completely, totally wrong. I will leave a description and a link. Oh, I'll leave a link to it down in the description. So you can check it out and see how wrong they are. This ranking is the definitive end-all, be-all ranking of Phase 5 movies. Because around these parts, there's a saying, Steve is right. And who am I to argue? I'm Steve. So, let's get to it and start looking at these Phase 5 MCU movies from worst to first. So, in the number 6 slot, we have possibly not just the worst of Phase 5, but possibly the worst of all MCU movies. And that's saying a lot when you have the Eternals and Shang-Chi and the 10 bracelets out there. I'm talking about The Marvels. I didn't watch this movie because I just couldn't. You had the unlikable Captain Marvel, Brie Larson. You had the unwatchable Ms. Marvel. God, I didn't read the comics. I didn't watch the show. It was just a big pile of annoying. You had Photon, the woman who got superpowers because she walked through a force field. I don't know how that happens, but hey, and anything's possible, I guess. This movie was so bad. You could see how bad it was from space. It was that bad. I don't know any sane person that actually chose to watch this movie. And if you did watch this movie, you might want to rethink your life goals. Just rethink things. Don't do it. Worst movie. It was The Marvels, the absolute worst movie ever, and absolutely the worst movie of Phase 5. Coming up in number 5, we got Captain America Brave New World, or as I like to call it, Captain Falcon. Now, if the Marvels didn't exist, this movie would absolutely be the worst movie of Phase 5. But since the Marvels exist, it gets a reprieve and it gets to slide down to number 5. This movie, which I saw 5-1. So I saw this movie on opening day, Valentine's Day. And it was terrible. It was a Hulk sequel movie without the Hulk. It was a Captain America movie without Captain America. It was a movie that wanted to do a whole lot of stuff, and it did it all badly. Every time someone on screen turned to Falcon and called him Cap, I felt physically ill. I wanted to retch. And I would have no problem doing that because there was only 3 or 4 people in the theater when I saw this. On Friday, opening day. Nobody was there. I practically had the entire theater to myself except for the couple people way down front. So, this is just, this is not a Captain America movie. This is Falcon cosplaying as Captain America. Everything about this movie was just wrong. And I don't know how it got made and slipped through and was allowed to be produced. But there it is. Coming in at number 4, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This is probably the least offensive of the bad movies. Now, I'm not saying these 6 movies are great. The last 2 were flaming garbage. 1, 2, and 3, they're fine, but they're still not good, great movies. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, it straddles the line between it could have been good and they did a lot of stuff wrong to make it bad. I can give you one example. The best, worst example. MODOK. What they did to that character was terrible. But then again, Marvel MCU writers and directors, when they get a hold of good Marvel characters and bring them into the MCU, they run them through a meat grinder, and what comes out on the other side is terrible. And that's what you see on the screen. Terrible. I really wish this movie would have been better. I was hoping this movie would have been better. But between MODOK and a terrible Kang, some bad CGI, some really bad acting, no, it was terrible. Don't see this movie. All right, number 3. Coming in at number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. I know a lot of people like this movie. A lot of people will probably put this in their top spot in this. You'd be wrong, because this is the definitive. James Gunn, this movie came out in 2023. James Gunn was given the reins of the DCU in 2022. So at this point, he's phoning things in. This was a James Gunn movie in name only. It did not have the same feel as the first 2 movies. It felt like it was just a bunch of stuff thrown together. The Rocket backstory was just so sickeningly sweet and over the top. I was ready for it to be done. Again, the High Evolutionary, great character in the comics, crappy character in the movies. It was an okay movie. It was meh. I saw it once. I own the DVD just because I own the first 2 and I wanted to have all 3 for a collection. I don't watch it. I watched it the one time and that's it. My wife enjoys this more than I do, but then she likes all the Guardians movies better because they're the least superhero-y movies in the MCU. And she doesn't like superheroes, so that's why she can watch those. So, Guardians 3 ends up at 3. So, next we have the number 2 spot, the silver medal. That's going to Thunderbolts. I liked the Thunderbolts. I thought it was a great movie that underperformed, and it's because the MCU puts out crap movies. With all the crap movies that came out before, here comes the Thunderbolts. Nobody expected much. You had a lot of characters, second string characters, that people thought shouldn't probably have their own movie thrown into a movie. I think they did a good job. With what they had, they did a really good job. It's a solid movie. It's a good movie. It's a movie, once the DVD comes out, I will watch it. I will buy the DVD and I will rewatch it because that's how good it is. It will be in my collection because it's good. If you get a chance to see this, if you have Disney Plus or something, and it happens to show up, give it a watch. The worst that can happen is you watch it, you don't like it, and you turn it off. But at least give it a try. Give the movie a try. I think it's good. I think you'll like it too. Number 1 movie on the list. I think you guys have probably figured this out by now. Deadpool and Wolverine. I love the movie. When it first came out, I ranked it as a 9 out of 10. But since rewatching it and kind of letting it settle for a while, it kind of fell down to the number 7 spot. So it's a 7 out of 10. But it's still far and away the best movie of Phase 5. Yes, it's jam-packed with fan service and callbacks to other movies and other things. That's what I want in a movie sometimes. Sometimes I want to go to a movie where the writer and the director know what the fans want and they give it to them. And in turn, they make money. This is the only billion-dollar movie on this list. It's probably the only billion-dollar movie on a lot of lists right now. So they did a good job. They gave the fans what they wanted. Instead of trying to give the fans what they think they want, which is just what Disney Star Wars does. They give the fans what they think they want, and then when no one watches it, they call them bigots or istophobes or something. But not here. Deadpool and Wolverine, good solid movie. 7 out of 10. You could probably watch it a few times before you're like, all right, I'm done. And then maybe 2 or 3 years later, you pull it out of the DVD case and you go, you know what? I'll give this a watch again. That's the ranking. That is the definitive nerd way. Everybody else is wrong but me ranking of the MCU Phase 5 movies. Let me know what you think. I'm right, but let me know what you think anyway. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to know what you think of my rankings. Are you looking forward to Fantastic Four First Steps? I'm going to watch it because I'm going to watch it. I'm a Fantastic Four fan. I know there's going to be a lot of stuff wrong with this movie. I know it. But there's a part of me deep down that is just aching to be wrong and to go into this movie and just be proven wrong and come out and go, wow, that was great. I can't believe they really did it. I can't believe they pulled it off. I'm not expecting much. But there's that, I always have that little bit of hope right in here. I'm an eternal optimist. So, thanks for watching this long. I really appreciate you guys. If you'd like to help out the channel, like this video, share it out, subscribe to the channel. In the description, there are other ways that you can help the channel out, like buying some of my books. I'm a superhero fiction writer. I've written 4 superhero novels. Go check them out. And you will love what you read. I guarantee it. I guarantee it's a lot better than some of the stuff that the MCU's putting out. So, thank you again for watching. Appreciate you guys, and that's all I got.